Hi, everyone. So, as part of my holiday sort of we're gonna have fun. Uh, this is one of a few videos. This video is going to talk about how can you do gift giving, not what to do for gift giving, but how can you go about it depending on your situation. So, firstly, happy holidays to everybody who's celebrating, regardless of your situation, your religion, whatever. I hope you have a happy holiday. I hope you're having a great time. And I hope that if you want to do some simple, easy gifts and some simple creative ideas for surprising people this holiday season, that this video helps. Let's get to it. Okay, for all those college students out there, if you have a friend that dorms on campus and you want to just give them a nice little surprise, there's a few things you could do. You can write them a cute little holiday greeting, a handwritten card of some kind, slip it under their dorm door. You can decorate their dorm door, maybe even their room if you're on that level. You can also simply surprise them with something like a present. Ask if they have a roommate or something and you're cool with their roommate and stuff. You can be like, hey, can I leave a present for so and so? Or you can like leave it for them in one of their classes that you know they have. Like, so long as it's small and sweet and like comes from the heart, people appreciate gifts. People do enjoy surprises, and it's a definite nice way of just adding a little cheer to your friend's day. So, let's say you're not in college. Let's say you're in high school. If you have lockers, you can always do the door decorating way of where you put like a pretty wallpaper up and you say happy holidays. You can also, if you know their homeroom or if you know their lunch period or you're cool with one of their professors, teachers, whatever you call them, you can always leave a gift for them on their desk. People love simple things like cards, small presents, little affirmations that tell them that you care, that you want them to know that you care. All that stuff, it's good stuff. So, let's say this is a coworker. Well, you can always leave something on their desk. You can always slip them a card or something, or buy them lunch and leave it as a surprise, as long as you're telling them that you bought them lunch before they actually step out to buy their own lunch. You can probably, you can do a few things. So, buy them lunch, leave a little present. Maybe if they're the type of person who really appreciates acts of service, offer to do something for them. Or, like, take a job that's normally theirs and like help them out. Things that are okay and acceptable. You can't go doing things that they're in charge of specifically or that they as a person would really despise if anyone else tried to take control of it. The point of gift giving and the holidays and spreading joy is to help people, to remind them that they're loved, that they're awesome, that, yeah, you just love them. So if you could think of simple ways to help a coworker, or simple ways to kind of gift a coworker with something nice. People, I find, love gifts and usually have a hard time accepting them, especially if they're elegant and grand and ostentatious or any of that. So if you keep it simple, and depending on the coworker, if you keep it functional, then they'll really appreciate you. If it's a family member, I find depending on the age of the family member kind of dictates what they're kind of down for. But if you were getting a present for someone, young adult, teenager, child, or you wanted to just do a little gift giving, love sharing, all that stuff, and you were like, let me call them up today. you can consider it. Just don't be surprised if they don't pick up, and don't be surprised if they're necessarily like, "Hi, am I in trouble? Is something wrong? Like, what?" Because our generation, at least my generation, the people I'm surrounded by, typically we're not used to phone calls. And for me, at least, especially if I don't recognize the number or if it's someone that I just don't normally talk to, I'm like, and that's not the spirit of holiday giving, love, all that stuff. So that's why I'm here, to help you out. Now, if they are someone who is older than you, someone who you'd consider more old-fashioned, definitely feel free to give them a call this season. To say that they're on your mind, to say that you love them, whatever. Because they will appreciate it, I guarantee you. Furthermore, depending on the relative that you have, if you can guess what their love language is, like acts of service, gift giving, all that stuff, then you can turn your holiday present into that for them. So if you know that, like, let's say you have an aunt who loves physical affection, loves hugs, loves, like, she's just like, oh, maybe her present, if she doesn't really want a lot, maybe her present is like, you're like, oh, I guess I have to give you 10 hugs today. Like, make it cutesy, make it fun, make it fit for the person that you're giving the gift for. If it's a friend, depending on your interaction, you can go about it a few ways. You can, like, try to surprise them. You can kind of give them a hint that there's a present of some kind, whether that's being able to hang out or an actual tangible, here's a bracelet I made for you, or whatever. You can give them hints. You can completely surprise them. You can try to set something up with other people, still along the lines of surprise. The basic point is, think about the friend that you're thinking of. Like, how would they most appreciate this gift? So let's say they're the type of person who you notice they really perk up when they suddenly get surprises, or they actually hate surprises, and every time something unusual or new happens, they're like, I can't even function. That kind of friend, the second one, probably isn't gonna, they might appreciate a surprise gift, but they might want some sort of heads up, so don't make it too cryptic, because when you are too cryptic, can make people anxious. If you say, hey, I've got something for you, like a little gift for the holiday season, something like that, you'll probably be fine. But if you're like, hey, I need to share something with you, especially if you don't give any emojis or any other hints, then that friend, if they're anything like moi, they'll be like, okay, I think this is a good thing. Normally the probability states that this is that and that is this, and so I should be fine. So yeah, if you're going to give a friend something, just like with anyone, consider whether or not you want to give them a surprise, if you would like them to know in advance, if you'd like them to know all the details in advance. I mean, it is fun when you don't really know what you're getting, but you know it's going to be pleasant. So that's something to consider. Overall, in the gift-giving realm, it's important to think about the person and to think about, yes, maybe you like giving surprises, but if that person is someone who has a jolty tendency, they might appreciate the sentiment 5 years from now, but they may not appreciate it in the moment. Or if there's someone that you only get to see in certain situations, how could you possibly give them a gift? Could you leave it on a desk? Could you tape a poster to a locker? Could you slip a card underneath a door? Can you call them up, potentially, or send a text even? I find that sometimes the most worthwhile gifts I've received and gifts have been verbal affirmations from my friends. And when you can't see them because you're states away, text messages, Snapchats, those can be wonderful ways to go. If gift giving gets you pumped like it gets me pumped, like this video, comment, let me know. It gives me great pleasure when I get to see how excited the world gets about the joy of giving. And, of course, if any of this interests you, I have more holiday stuff on the way. I am so ready. I'm like absolutely pumped to get into the holiday spirit. Not just celebrating Christmas or Hanukkah, just the holiday spirit. So, Have a great day, and as always, stay awesome.